ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Video Game Madness 15, or you could just call me Dalton. Today, we are going over a brand new series for this channel called Madness Classics. Now, I was doing some determining, hard thinking here if I wanted to include movies here as well as games, and it's official. We're doing that, but with movies, which is going to be one of our first episodes today, is a movie. We are not going to have footage for the movie, but we will with video games, because with movies, it's a lot more complicated. It's a lot more, just complicated, because you have to go through, gain permissions to do the video for it by, companies that own the rights to that, and so basically, we're going off, basically our take, our opinion, whatever. So, today, what I have for the very first episode of Madness Classics, we're going to talk about today the 1989 film of Batman. Now, this Batman film, in my personal opinion, is the best Batman film of all time. And, it's, in my opinion personally, I think it's still better than The Dark Knight. Now, with, Batman, the 89 version of Batman, we had two amazing all-star actors, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and what's funny to me is how much crap Michael Keaton and Tim Burton had got during the production for the film, because everybody was thinking that Michael Keaton wasn't fit for the role of Bruce Wayne and Batman. They felt like maybe he wouldn't take the role seriously. Now, he proved everybody wrong with the film. I mean, look at the Rotten Tomatoes. Just watch the movie even. But it changed everybody's perspective. And the reason that people viewed this way about Michael Keaton, thinking that he's not good enough for the role, is because right before this he did films like Beetlejuice and I'm trying to remember another one. I almost want to say The Dream Team, but I believe that was a little after Batman. I could be wrong because it was an all-star cast, but we'll break down that movie in a later episode. But with the A9 version, it was epic. And then with Jack Nicholson, we already know that man's, background. We always have viewed him as this crazy psychopath that, and he, Jack Nicholson shows that in The Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, this, and what I find about that is that Jack Nicholson plays the role of these films with a very certain style. Both actors do, and that's why they bring the role to this movie to such a peak level. Now, another few good things with the film is it has an amazing soundtrack. Prince, he did write down the music for almost all of it. Like, my favorite song, Party Man, because Party Man, alright, but anyways, it was, when the film came out, everybody watched it for the first time. It became a huge box office hit. It was getting some of the best ratings of all time, and it has, stuck through that way for a very long time, and still, even in 2023, rewatching the film, watching, all of it, you get some laughter, you get this sad, brief story on Bruce Wayne's background, but at the same time, it sticks mostly into the story of Batman than Bruce Wayne, and, that's, in my opinion, one of the downsides to the film. But how they focus with Batman more kind of saved that to a certain degree. But it was, insane. And then, they made their sequel, Batman Returns, which we'll talk about also in the next episode, because we really do have to talk about that one at some time to address a few things. But it's, it's funny how somebody can judge others and say, oh, no, they're not good enough for this movie or that show or to do this sport or go out and act. It's, no. If they want to do it, if they really enjoy whatever it is that they do, they should go out and get it and do it. Take a chance. And that's what Tim Burton and Michael Keaton did. Now, Tim Burton has made tons of great films. He's like, I would almost say he would be as good as Steven Spielberg, because they're both at this level of peak of great films. And then Michael Keaton, as we know with his background, an amazing actor. Even to this day, when he did Spider-Man Homecoming as the Vulture, he had that great professional base about him. And, there's a lot of things that some people, kind of miss with the movie. And there's, few things that people, tend to overlook. A few things that I overlooked was, one of the parts in the middle of the film. But the breakdown as to why you guys should watch this film is the both seriousness, comedy, and story of Batman is great. And the way, because there's no doubt in 1989 they set the bar very high for other Batman movies and other actors to outdo or outperform than the originals. But with this, kinda, it put DC Comics and the whole making movies out of DC stuff to almost the top of its game, because it had this, great vibe. Now, if you're a big fan of the comics, Bob Kane, made the story of Batman, did all the comic books for Batman, and I've been trying to find a few copies of the actual comic books of the Batman. I'm even trying to find a poster for the 89. Well, that and we'll break that down some other time. But yeah, my opinion, if I had to rank the Batman film out of 1 to 10 on the film scale, I would rank it a 9 out of 10. Now, the only reason that I don't make it 10 out of 10 is because there are a few flaws in it. Like I said, it's not perfect, but with it setting the bar very high, it's the reason why it's being placed on number 9 instead of number 10 on the best scale. So, with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching this very first episode of Madness Classics. If you want me to do another movie, video game, whatever, put it down there in the comments and we can talk about it. I can, give my input, and if it's something forgotten, like a good old classic film that people have forgotten about in this time of age, then we're gonna bring it back somehow, some way, baby. So, this is Dalton, or Video Game Madness, and I will see you all on the next episode. Peace!